Good morning. Welcome back to Mystic Forever. I still want to say welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? I know. I should watch that. I did miss that show. Okay. Good morning. It is too early. That's all I have to say. It's too early. We're still drinking coffee. We're taking our morning break. Our attainments are done. Okay. So, I did not have a dream last night. Well, I think I did, but it was a real chaotic one. Oh, these dreams. I know now that they're precognitive dreams. And that's different than the premonition dreams. I'm learning. I'm still investigating all this, so I have no idea. But the precognitive dreams, those are crazy. I need to do some videos and talk about those and put it out there so that maybe I can get some feedback about what it is and what's happening, or if other people have experienced these kinds of things, because these dreams are next level. And that would be Lemon scratching out the door because she wants to go outside again. She just wants to go out there and sit. And if I open the door and she goes outside, it's really noisy right now because the air conditioners and stuff. I'm sitting by the sliding glass door. I will eventually have a better place to record, but right now, sorry, you're going to have to listen to her scratching at the door. She doesn't actually need to go out. She's been out there all morning. She just wants to go lay down out there. But for the sake of recording, we're going to go ahead and keep it quiet. You want to say hi, Doodle? No, you don't want to say hi? Say hi, Doodle Poodle. Okay. So, yesterday I was really having some breakthroughs about, being in the void, and really getting over my fear of all of my religious friends and all the religious people in my life, and how I'm not there anymore, and how I really am interested in what I'm doing here on Earth. I want to know what I'm doing here. What are any of us doing here? And I know everybody, so many people have answers, and that's great. If you know what you're doing here, that's fantastic. I don't know what I'm doing here. And no, it's not all the religious people and all the guys. It's like, oh, well, you need to get married and have kids. Yeah, I did all that. So I already served my time. I'm good. So next, what else do I need to do? Like, I've got a career. Like, yeah, I've had a couple of careers. Okay, I don't know. It's not about work. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. So I think it's to wake my soul up. And I guess y'all are witnessing it. So, I'm going to get ready to do some studying on tarot, like studying the psychological thing. There's just so much interesting stuff. I'm super, super pumped about it. I can't wait to dive in and really start reading some of this stuff. It's kind of like the ink blot testing thing. It's like they're ink blots, but what does your brain tell you is there? It's kind of the same thing. And so that's why different tarot decks will resonate with you, like the art on them and stuff, and you can create your own. Oh, it's so crazy. It's just such an amazing tool, and it's not about spirits and disembodied anything. Listen, folks, this is what I believe now, is we all have God within us, and us. Like, we're co-creating with God all day, every day. He's the reason we're alive. So yeah, and all this religion and all that stuff, that's all matrix stuff. That's all human stuff. We're not even staying here. Nothing that we have in the 3D is staying here. I mean, everything is staying here. None of it's going with us. You're just taking your soul when you leave. So doesn't that seem to be more important than your house or your job or your friends or the car you drive or whatever? It just seems more important that my soul work would be. I mean, look, I've got the basics, right? God says he's going to provide, and he does. He keeps me comfortable. I just had to get through all of this stuff. I had to get through everything. He knew I was ready. So he's been leading me on this journey, and that's truly what I believe, is that I was ready to accept it. I was ready to move on. And that's why everything had to go in my life. And a lot of people are like, oh no, you just sabotaged everything and you did this and that. Well, kind of, but not really, because I'm so thankful that all the people that are gone are gone. I'm doing so much better taking care of myself and just living my authentic self and just being who I am. And this is just who I am right now. And I know some people don't like it, and that's okay. I really just don't care. And it's kind of freeing. It's very freeing. Yeah. But I think questioning your beliefs and questioning your motives and questioning your everything is always what we should be doing. Shouldn't humans always be doing that? Always check yourself, right? Isn't that, we have songs about that? We grew up. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I do believe that was quite a hit when I was young, and, still stands true today. Like, you have to keep yourself in order. You're a grown up, right? Well, some of us are. Even though we don't want to be. It's a trick. Don't grow up, children. Don't grow up. It's a trick. Okay. So, with that being said, yeah. So I've always felt that tarot was like just this amazing, like, tool. It was never about talking to disembodied spirits or something like that. That was never a thing. It was never about that. I mean, God, yes, but that's immediately. When I had my first, like, crazy experience with tarot, that's really when I went, okay, God, you have my attention. And, it's so crazy. I know everyone, like, says, oh, the Bible says don't mess with divination and this and that. And I get it. And that's where I was. Um, that's where I was for a long time. Is that I stayed away from it because I thought it was, something evil, but obviously don't believe that anymore. So anyway, so we're moving past all that. Anywho, so yeah, I'm excited to learn how to read it, like with the Tree of Life, about manifestation, the Fool's Journey. And so the major arcana is about the Fool's Journey, and that's about like untethering your soul. And then the minor arcanas, they are about manifestation down in the 3D. So as above, so below, right? Okay, so the world is everything 3D. That's your job, all your 7 deadly sins, whatever. You have to overcome that stuff so that your soul is untethered. It's nice if you have a fantastic mansion. I wish I did. I wish I had a yacht. I wish I had a private jet. Of course. Of course, actually, if I'm being completely honest, and I mean completely honest, if I was mad wealthy, I think really the only thing I would have is someone to cook for me. I would have a chef, just somebody to make all my food and to just deal with all my dietary stuff. That's it. That's what I would have. I don't even care about living in some crazy mansion. I mean, I don't care about any of that stuff. Yachts, whatever. I don't care. I don't really care about that. I want a chef. Like, because food is such a pain in the butt for me. I have Crohn's disease. And after going through this spiritual awakening, my diet got super weird. And yes, Lemon, I hear you scratching at the door. Again, she wants to go outside, but she doesn't really need to go outside. She just wants to go out there, and it's too noisy. So, anyway, yeah, I would have a chef. That's what I would have. I don't think I would have anything crazy. I don't really care about cars and that kind of stuff. I would definitely have a chef. Because I hate cooking too. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, yeah, I can't wait to like learn about it, the different techniques and the different ways that psychologically like people were looking at it and how you can use it as a mirror. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be like a mirror so that I could overcome the things that I have blocking in my life, right? Because we all have things. I get it. There's an integration period, there's a hermit phase, there's a growth period. Like all these things happen. Like, and all these times in our lives, you call them seasons, I suppose, or whatever. It's just this time in my life is just I'm ready for growth again. I'm coming out of the hermit thing and moving and integrating, and scary. It can be uncomfortable, and if you've been in hermit mode for a minute, like real hermit mode, I'm not talking pretend hermit mode, people, real hermit mode, nobody. Like phone calls, very limited. Like maybe you 2 or 3 people you talk to, but you are alone. And see, for me, for my hermit season, I haven't left the house much. I haven't wanted to. I haven't wanted to be around people. It was scary for me. This was very scary because I'm a very social person. So I felt like I was dying. Yeah, I did nails for 20 years. Like, I talk a lot, people. So being isolated completely was very uncomfortable. But I do see how it helped remove the stuff off of me that wasn't me, religion, these kinds of things. And once you're by yourself, like by yourself, alone, when you're truly alone, then you can let that authentic self come through. And I was like, I don't I don't really believe the stuff about how women are treated in the Bible and how we're looked at and looked down on, and we're less than and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm sorry, but I've been doing everything. I've been living on my own and killing it, might I add, by myself. Why do I have to have a guy who thinks he's bringing whatever to the table and I'm supposed to just bow and be happy and grateful? Like, I don't want to cook and clean. I mean, I do it, but if I have the choice, I want to make the money. You stay home. And that's how I feel about it. And I know that just drives a lot of people crazy. I don't know. I stayed home with my kids for some of it. I did nails through part of it, whatever. Yeah, I had to take my kids to work. Yeah, I worked and did all that. You didn't have to work. You didn't have to work. Yeah, I kind of sort of did. But, you know, here's the deal. If I wouldn't have worked, I would have completely lost myself. And I know that. He would have just completely consumed me and it would have been over. And I know that. So I had to see, we have to hold on to stuff that in these marriages, at least I did. I had to hold on to something that was mine because it felt like everything was just being taken away from me and I felt like a prisoner. So anyway, so that's how I felt about it. And so, um, it was not a partnership. I know I still can hear it in my voice that I'm a little, call it bitter, call it upset, call it hurt, whatever. Yeah, I know. I hear it. I know. I hear it all the time. Especially when I do this. And this was part of why I really avoided the podcast for a long time and the videos, is because I didn't want to talk about it because I know I'm still upset. But I guess this is part of the process. I think I've moved past it enough that I can see why I'm still angry or whatever, where the hiccups are and things like that. Like I can see the hinges. I've been able to sit with it long enough. And that's, I don't, it was 17 years, almost 20 years worth. So it's going to take a minute. I think it's okay. We're about, the divorce was only, finalized in December last year. So 2024. So, we haven't even been fully divorced for a year yet, but it's okay. We're getting there in time and a movement. I think I've done it the right way. And I knew that I did not want to drag any of that past with me to my new life. I did not want that. I know than my kids, but everything else could go away. A couple friends, whatever, but that whole life was not what I wanted. Not the traditional housewife, not the, the American dream. I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. So, or maybe I do, I just didn't want it with him. It is about the company you keep. I always say that. I always say that, at the end of the day, like, let's just say tomorrow, a meteor. I can't talk this morning. I have not had enough coffee. Meteor hits the earth and levels everything. Just level it all. Level it. Everything as we know it. Money, cars, titles, your house, whatever. It's just everything's gone. It means nothing. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. You can't access it anyway. Gold means nothing. Nothing. All of it's gone. Doesn't matter. Third world, just the whole entire world leveled. What are you left with? The people that you chose to keep in your circle. Choose wisely. Because at the end of the day, you better make sure that that's who you really want to be with. And that just, to me in my head, that scenario stuck with me for so long. And I just kept thinking, I was like, there's no way in the world I want to be with this man. Like, if everything came crashing down, it'd be the end of me. And I knew that. And that's why I was like, it's time for me to go. And I did. And so that's, it was time. Anyway, but this time around, I'm just being learning all my lessons, and I begged God, please, to not let my heart be open to anything that wasn't truly for me. If it wasn't meant to be for whatever reason, then to just make sure my heart was off. And he's been doing a pretty good job of that. So yay. But anyway, this healing journey is, it's so messy. And these random ass videos that I keep throwing up here, I know people are going to be like, what is this chick doing? Quite frankly, I have no idea. So welcome. Yeah, I thought maybe this is what we make this. We just make this my little jabber spot. I mean, I don't really know who else to talk to about all this crap because I feel like I'm going crazy. Maybe I am. That's fair enough. I mean, I do have, actually, that's a lie. I do have people to talk to. But I feel like I can't be the only one. Like, this can't be just us. And the crazy thing is they get it too. So I know I'm not nuts. I just need to create the space for my tribe to show up, I suppose. I guess that's what we're doing. So, welcome aboard, whoever you happen to be. And yeah, let's learn some stuff. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's bounce some ideas off each other. Yeah, I love it. Okay, I have things I have to do. So, I'll be seeing you later. We're going to work on setting up some recording areas in my house, in my apartment. We're going to make like a little set. We're going to have a spot in my room. We're going to have a spot out here. I think I'm going to move my work desk around. I don't know. Lots of things. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Oh, do you want me to post some cards? Hold on. Okay. There's got to be a message in here. I know, right? I keep shuffling these things. All right, let's see what I get today. I don't know who's going to find this, and I don't know who's going to listen to it. But let's see. And I don't read like normal people. I don't know. Let's see. I also don't usually take reversals. That's another thing. I don't do the reversals. I feel like every card, the whole journey stands for something, and no need to reverse it. If it happens to jump out in reverse or something, then I'll take it. But I usually just don't. I don't know why. I've always just read that way. I've been doing this for a really long time. Really long time. I'd pick it up, mess with it for a while, and then get rid of it, and then pick it up and mess with it. All right, let's see here. I feel like this one. Oh, Page of Pentacles and Judgment. I have to get, I ordered some of that washi tape or washi tape or something like that so that I could cover up any of the naked bits on the cards. So all the naked bits here. Judgment. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Page. So I'm kind of reading these like people mean people. So pages, queens, kings, the court cards. This is action. And this is like an action from somebody who is younger, is not a knight, not a king, not a queen. It's a page. It's well, age is nothing but a number, right? Okay, and I say this all the time because I swear that my 13-year-old has the soul of an 80-year-old man, and he has his entire life. He is ancient. That kid is so old. Don't even get me going. But this is movement. This is messenger. This is of a 3D nature. This is something physical. This is your tangible. And judgment, it's like a call, like wake up. So maybe somebody's got the idea that they need to come towards you with a message of something in the 3D. I have no idea. That could be for me. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, maybe it means something else to you. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.